The bigger issue is, and Michigan State, and I don't have the tape in front of me, but Michigan State did not have anybody deep. So, and Chuck, thank you for the call. They didn't have anybody deep. So the question is, why did Michigan have two gunners on the outside? That would be my bigger issue. I do not believe you sit on the ball and give Michigan State a Hail Mary. You will be assailed. You would be devoured by the press, by your fans and boosters. Listen, you had the ball. You had the game. You don't leave any time on the clock for a Hail Mary. Remember, Michigan State's got an NFL quarterback. Connor Cook's going to play in the league. He can throw the ball 55 yards in the air. Chuck, I totally disagree with that. That is hindsight 2020 coaching. The question becomes, Michigan State had nobody deep to field the punt. Then why do you have gunners on the outside? Put those guys next to the line and block. Michigan had a guy far left, a guy far right. What's the point? What's the point? There's nobody deep for Michigan State. That's the bigger issue. I will also say this. I'll defend Nick Saban on the Iron Bowl loss, and I will defend Jim Harbaugh on this loss, because I believe college special teams are atrocious for a reason. They were never great under Pete Carroll. They were never great mostly under Mac Brown. Urban Meyer's special teams, generally he's got a good field goal kicker, and that's about it. The sport doesn't allow for great special teams. 17 hours, limited scholarships. Find me the best special teams program in the country is Virginia Tech, and they're running a Jurassic offense. You're not going to be all things. You have 17 hours to coach college football. You got to pick your poison. When Pete Carroll was at USC, he loved defense. He gave the offense to Norm Chow or Sark or Kiffin, and he concentrated on defense. Special teams, I don't remember them running more than one trick play in 8 years. Les Miles, by the way, what does Les Miles do? Two things matter to Les Miles. He's very good with special teams, and he is terrific with running games. They run downhill. They don't even worry about passing. They have 800 yards all year passing. So coaches can't do everything. Nick Saban's special teams have been awful for 7 years. You don't have the time to be great at everything. You only have 17 hours a week. That's why these college programs, they all have a liability. They all have weaknesses. You can't be great at everything with 17 hours. I mean, listen, if you work for a union and you're protected and you only work 40 hours a week, you can only get 40 hours a week of work done. Like at this job I have, some days I have to work 12 hours. I can't get it all in 8-hour packages. We can't do that. So if the NCAA you get 17 hours a week, you're not going to be great at everything. You have to be great at a couple of things. Nick Saban's teams, he does a tremendous job running the ball and making you throw. That's what Nick does. His teams run it well. They don't always pass it well, and they always force you to throw. It's very hard to stop Alabama's run game and to run on Alabama. Those are the two things Nick has picked to be great at. Jim Harbaugh's picked two things at Michigan to be great at. We're going to run the football, and you're not running on us.